speaking of shit that we ain't talked about that surprisingly has not been spoken about. Namor, everyone's favorite,
Yes.
everyone's favorite Atlantean, has not made the news lately for some reason or another. But um, that doesn't mean he has not been without controversy.
Uh,
He was embroiled. He's currently embroiled in a bit of a scandal or such surrounding an allegation of assault to a person that he was on the board of a charitable organization with, or humanitarian organization or whatever. They did good shit for the world, and he decided proper to assault this woman, harass this woman, abuse this woman. Um, the story is reported, and it's funny how the stories get reported. Black Panther 2 star Tina Carreta exits Netflix film Fiesta en la Magdalena, I don't know, following sexual assault allegations.
Damn.
Um, Hollywood Reporter. Tina Carreta exits Netflix via look. Um, the AV Club. Black Panther's Tina Carreta exits Netflix. It's funny how only motherfuckers that get fired for some shit be kind of dark.
It's funny
Just saying.
how one nigga got accused of beating his own bitch up, and he was plastered over every fucking thing everywhere for the entirety of the non-existent case until it became an actual case. This motherfucker, on the other hand, I haven't heard a peep about this shit other than us talking about it right the fuck now, and he is purported to sexually assault a stranger.
A stranger
no,
to him. It was well,
no.
he knew her. I said it was
They
on the same.
That was his ex girl. This is ex.
Oh,
This his ex.
Yeah. His. Yeah.
And look, so she got away from this motherfucker. He said, "No, I'm back."
No.
Um,
No.
it's
No.
well, her name is Maria Elena. She's a Mexican musician and activist. Maria Elena Rios. Uh, yeah. It's just amazing how
Um,
when, like you said,
that's fucked up.
we have an allegation that shit is splattered all across the news every fucking where. I think they said that shit on fucking Telemundo. Um,
That's
but
crazy as hell. That
but I
you
don't
gotta pick
recall them
out.
saying that shit at all on Telemundo about him. Also, I don't watch Telemundo, but it wasn't on the Today Show. It wasn't on CNN. It wasn't on Good Morning Fox News. It wasn't on motherfucking Good Morning America. It wasn't on none of the shit. None of the shit. It wasn't on any of that. But if you all were interested as why you may not be seeing him in anything in the near future, this is why. Also, where are those recast Namor murmurs that should be popping up right about now? Um, I'm waiting on those. Should be bubbling, right? No pun intended. Uh, what else? What else do we have? I don't know if y'all had any thoughts on that. Y'all have any thoughts on that? That's all I had.
I said it's
Yeah.
crazy how we have to claim our. It's crazy how we have to pick and choose our racial disdain. Do we want to claim this as a brown plight, or do we want to separate ourselves at the Marvel black brown borderline? Do we want to put a Trump wall up between the Negroes and say, hey, why did Jonathan Majors get such instantaneous? Yeah, some may say he's a bigger actor. Whatever. He's on the verge of becoming a bigger actor.
My G, he was Namor the whole fucking movie.
Like I said, some will say that he's a bigger actor because his character is more entrenched in Marvel lore and he's more and more shows and yada yada yada. All I'm saying is that's a mitigating factor that I don't think bears mentioning. So again, it's fucked up that we have to choose our racial plights. Like, because we
I
can
don't get what
jump
you mean
on
when you say that.
Black Brown bandwagon right here. Like, yeah, see, another one of us. They still ain't said shit about what's that motherfucker? The Flash. Ezra Miller. His motherfucking movie just came out.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, we have another brown. Do we
my
jump
bad.
on the brown plight, or do we be like, hey?
I don't know what you mean when you say jump on the brown plight. I think we're just trying to call into question the disparity in reporting. Huh?
Put y'all on some type of.
What'd you say?
I can hear. There we go.
But
All right.
they talked about Ezra Miller for a long ass time. They pushed that movie back multiple times.
They mentioned Ezra Miller. They never recast him. They never canned this movie. They tried to bury every story about this motherfucker doing all kinds of dastardly shit. He's
What
not
do you
just.
mean?
This is just the
They
first
never
time
canned this movie.
nigga
This movie
What
was
are
supposed to
the
come out in
charges?
2019.
What?
This movie was supposed to have came out 4 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't. This movie wasn't delayed only because of this motherfucking shit. They had to get their shit together to actually to be able to do this fucking movie. Nobody wanted to see their shit because their movies were shitty. That was the majority. That was a lot of the reason they had to do with it being pushed back. They let this motherfucker go with impunity. What is he being accused of?
Who? Ezra Miller?
Yeah,
A whole bunch of fuck shit. He yelling at bitches. All
that's
types
the
of
small
bullshit.
change.
Yeah, he been accused of all types of bullshit. And yes, there was a huge, well, pretty huge, claim to get rid of Ezra Miller. They tried to cancel that nigga. They did.
Man, he was continuing to do shit during that whole time.
Hey,
These are different circumstances.
So this is Ezra. This is Ezra from 2011. Went from a disorderly conduct to a strangling incident in 2020. They dropped the disorderly conduct charges. He was in the midst of filming The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Doesn't seem like a wallflower to me, but yeah, escalates to strangling in 2020. He goes into Hawaii. People call the police on him because he's filming people loitering at a gas station, being a fucking asshole and a nuisance.
Drunk as shit.
Yeah. Hey, look, he's not a kid.
He did
But
some
all
shit
slap on the wrist. Every time he does some shit, he was in a physical altercation with a patron after hurling obscenities at customers at a karaoke bar. So you at a karaoke bar, you cursing people out, and you trying to get violent with motherfuckers. That's what was. He drinks, he fucks up shit, and he gets Popeye-ish.
White boy shit is what we call
then
it.
Relationship with I don't even want to say the name. I'll just read it. The Standing Rock Sioux Tribal Court issued a temporary restraining order against Ezra Miller on behalf of someone. Their parents requested a court order because they said of Miller's use of violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoia, and delusions and drugs to hold sway over their children. The relationship between Miller and that person, which began in 2016 when Miller was age 23 and that person was age 12, it's about this boy trying to groom a child. That's what the allegation is. I'm not saying the kid's name and I'm not even getting the family, but that's the allegation. Any of this shit goes to anybody else, you just poison. We're not touching you. Nothing. It goes from there. Burglary. He got more incidents of doing more bullshit. Hey, look, child endangerment charges from a whole nother separate incident. It's other shit that he does that anybody else would have been made to be radioactive because of. But for reasons, just go play the movie.
He has the complexion for the protection.
Another 8 months. Hey, look,
8 months.
That's the reason. We'll move it back 8 months because you got to go to rehab and do this other shit. And we also got reshoots, and nobody want to watch this motherfucker movie no damn way. All I'm saying is the movie came out, ain't no recast Ezra fucking things. It wasn't no big ass boycotts for this motherfucking movie. It wasn't no child protective service agencies out there picketing the motherfucking lines. I didn't see this. I didn't see none of that shit. I didn't see him being outed as a pedophile or a person that you should be looking at as a pedophile or a cautionary tale about people that you got around your children. None of that shit.
Fuck a
None of that
try to
shit.
cancel.
None of that
20
shit.
minutes after accusations had been made, that nigga had been dropped from national campaigns, meaning Jonathan Major. Ain't no attempt to cancel that nigga. He had been dropped from national campaigns within hours.
Over with. Ooh, can't touch that motherfucker. Did you might have smacked the bitch? Oh, wait. No, I didn't even see pictures of her smacked. There was no bloody photo. There was no video surveillance grainy with him being all on. None of that.
You know why? Because she went to the club after the incident.
Oh, the club photo, you're not going to really see all that much because it doesn't really paint the best picture of the scenario we're trying to get you to believe. So, yeah. Hey, shit be wild, man. Shit be wild. But, hey, back to you, Tenoch. This shit wild, and I'm just watching in real time directly after we just watched Jonathan Majors go to his first trial, and we having people talking about trying to cancel a woman for holding his hand. Megan Good was holding his hand when he walked into court today, and they was like, "Oh my God, how dare she?" Hey, look, hey, Jonathan. You needed a sister, so you got one. And hey, look, good choice.
Yeah, definitely good choice. I think we should cancel Megan Good for holding that nigga hand too.
Hey, look, I'm gonna just tell him protect his heart because you're gonna be crying yourself to sleep shortly, fam. Gonna get you.
Hey, we don't have many clean slate poker chips. We got Tia Mowry. We got fucking Megan Good. You talking about get rid of Megan Good? We don't have that.
I didn't say that. I didn't tell him to get rid. Who said get rid of Megan
Me.
Good?
That nigga just said that shit.
Oh look, we don't.
Megan Good is mine, nigga. Nah,
We don't acknowledge that. We don't acknowledge that.
Man, we only got like 3 instant, like clean slate motherfuckers. Like I said, Tia
I don't know why you brought up Tia Mowry.
Because she's a clean slate. If you would Tia,
back right there. There's your waters.
You get with Tia Mowry, that's a clean slater.
You gonna wipe your sins away?
I
don't think Megan Good is the girl that you come and get your sins washed with.
In the public eye, yes. I'm not saying in the church, nigga. I'm talking about in the public eye. She's seen as a staunch character. Tia Mowry as well.
Hey, look, they said she was fucking disaster, and nobody even like second guessed it.
Shit, Monica, till we heard she was fucking with C Murder.
Hey, look, but then you like, oh, yep, nope. When
Brandy,
you heard Rocco, you were like,
actual murder. Brandy too, till she committed actual murder.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna say that. She did that.
She killed that mother.
It was an accident. I don't know if I'm gonna call it murder. I don't think that's what she got charged with. I don't know.
Vehicular homicide.
Hey, look, I don't know. Did he get dropped down to nothing else? Hey, look, we already got the Shirley Murdoch, Barbara Mason joint that they might knock us on. And now you're gonna have Miss Norwood coming up here like, hey, wait a minute, hold on. First of all, fuck your bitch in the click you claim. Oh shit. Yeah, but no, hey, look, it's a shame that they gonna kill this man for whatever the fuck he do. If you go to court by itself, it's gonna show that nobody stands with him and he is guilty. You go to court with somebody, it's gonna say that, hey, look, should nobody stand with him because he is guilty. Like y'all putting this motherfucker in a real kind of fucked up situation unfairly off of some non-proof, a person's word that they immediately recanted. Fam, it's mad insufficient. And we know what the fuck it is y'all doing. Y'all don't like when some of us get a little too high or uppity for you. Just saying. But hey, Tenoch, hold your head for this storm that's Not about to come because anybody finna mess with you. And before y'all say it was because it was in Mexico and it was in Mexican, no, I'm not give you that out. He's an American star now, starring in American movies. Motherfuckers got Google Translate. They know exactly what's going on with him. All the news outlets in America have picked it up and put sexual assault allegations after it, but they just seem to not, garner any real traction. And they put them in really, really small articles, and they never plaster that shit in big, dumbass splash pages. Just saying, is what it is.